Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to do a message for the collective. I do not have a specific subject that I'm going to be discussing tonight, so I just want to kind of let the message speak for itself. Whatever needs to be brought forth to the collective, I'm here to be used as a vessel at this time to bring that message forward. One thing that I did notice today is that I kept seeing the number 8 and the number 4. So I feel like this could be in regards to creating some sort of foundation, some sort of abundance, whether it's abundance of love, happiness, peace, prosperity, material wealth, but some sort of foundation is being created at this time. And also kept on hearing just do it. I kept hearing that. And also I heard do it in private. Something about keeping things to yourself, okay? So let's just see what the message is all about. I don't know if it's going to be in alignment with those things that I have been hearing or seeing, but we will see. So, what is the message for the collective at this time? What is it that you all might need to know? Clarity that you might need. So, let's see. And also, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone because this is the official new year. And we also are in the energy of the new moon, I believe, as of yesterday. So the time is already going by pretty fast. Bottom of the deck, I have here coming out the Empress. Okay, so some of you may be restraining yourself from an empress, someone who is very loving, kind, someone who has done a lot of work to heal. They've been through a lot, but they have a lot of confidence. They're very creative in their energy, very abundant. This could also be your energy, just indicating that you are stepping into that energy of self love, self care. You're a healer, you're a creator. You're just very fertile and abundant at this time. And so I guess this would also be in alignment with what I was just speaking on in terms of the new year. This is all about that abundance, things that are, that crop growing, life coming in, in terms of Mother Earth. This is like symbolic of that. So I also want to give a shout out to Bruce. Thank you for your donation that you made to my channel. Um, as well as Toyin. Thank you for your donation as well. I appreciate y'all. So if you want a private reading from me, be sure to email me. Check my description to find my email. My schedule is pretty open, so I welcome you all. So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. What is the message for the collective? I kind of needed the element of surprise this time. Okay, so look at this. Moving ahead. I feel like you're turning away from something. You're coming out of rest. Okay, you might have been taking a break, maybe in that winter season. Just kind of doing a lot of resting and not really too much movement. Maybe working on yourself, working on healing yourself, and now you're ready to take action. You're ready to come out of this energy and to take action forward. So I feel like you're feeling very optimistic about forging ahead, new things to come. You have a very positive attitude about this. You have a very unique perspective on life now. I feel like you're no longer confined to traditional ways of doing things, okay? You're stepping outside of the box and you're looking forward to what's on the other side of this new adventure that you're being guided to go down. I feel like you might have been in a position where you had to make some decisions here. You had to turn away from some things, and now you're actually grabbing hold of a new opportunity that's being presented to you. I feel like you're very passionate about this. You're very excited about this, and you're just ready to get things moving forward here. So with the number 3, I feel like it could be also a creative venture that you might be going on, or maybe wanting to create with someone else. But whatever this is, let's just see what else comes out for the collective. 3 of Wands is really good energy, especially to have it as the first card coming out. So let's see. Okay. So what we have here, yeah, you're coming out of this 2 of Wands energy where you was trying to make a decision, okay? You might have been really debating on some things. But now it's like you've made up your mind. You're turning away from all of this drama, chaos, whether this is people or this could be mental conflict that you might have been in, whatever the case may be, people that was always kicking up dust or mental conflict, you're turning away from it. You made a decision. The Hierophant is in the reverse. So I feel like you're definitely moving away from people who had no spiritual connection, people who they just don't see things from a spiritual perspective. They're very on the surface of life. And so you've decided to turn away from this. Some of you may actually be ending a marriage, okay? Or it could also be you releasing yourself from a traditional way of thinking, okay? A traditional belief system, maybe removing yourself from the church structure, some sort of religion. But I do see that whatever this is, you're very passionate about it because you got a lot of wands coming out already. 3 wands cards out of 4. So some of you may be fire signs, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or you may be getting ready to move towards a fire sign. But whatever the case may be, you could just be operating in that energy of just passion and excitement. Like I said, we're in the Aries season, so this is the time to take action. This is the time to establish that foundation, okay? Because the Aries is the Emperor energy in the Tarot deck. So he establishes the foundation that he desires for himself. And so I feel like you're feeling very passionate about doing this. Like I said, I kept seeing the number 4, so that definitely deals with security and stability and taking your power back here. So let's see what else is coming out. I do want to clarify what the Hierophant in the reverse is. What is the Hierophant in the reverse? Okay. Yeah, y'all are not playing no games, okay? You are definitely turning away from heartbreak. It's like you have completely, whatever this was that you might have found yourself being committed to, some sort of agreement, contractual agreement, something here. You are no longer in pain about this. You are no longer grieving the loss of this, okay? All these cards are in a reverse to indicate that that energy is behind you now. And I feel like this is why the 3 of Wands came out first, because you are literally, your back is to these things and you're looking in a new direction, okay? I feel like whatever this Hierophant is, like I said, whether it's a higher level of commitment, some sort of job, it could have been a position, or turning away from somebody who was overusing their authority. Something here, whatever this is, you're not grieving about it, you're not hurting about it, because you understand what you're walking away from. Okay, you understand that you're walking away from manipulative people who like to stay in drama, or that energy of constantly being in mental conflict. This is no longer what you are in anymore. So you're ready to come out and, here's the Empress again. So that's beautiful. You're ready to come out and face the world, I feel. You're no longer in that energy of feeling stuck or feeling abandoned or left alone. You're just ready to come out and do something different because you see things very clear now. Your vision is very clear. So the fog has cleared from your vision and you're ready to take action in a new direction. And you are excited and passionate about it. Look at this. So we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Emperor in the reverse. Some of you, okay, this Emperor just jumped way over there. So this, I feel like some of you have completely released yourself from a connection here with the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Somebody who might have been very jealous, very spiteful, very envious, and very controlling in their energy, okay? This could be male or female. Take it how it resonates, but it's showing me that even if you was underneath like some sort of structure in terms of like a work situation and you had somebody that was around you that was just very, very overbearing, okay, and they misused their position of authority, whatever the case may be, this was somebody that was very controlling here. And so Temperance is here in the middle, to indicate that you have found harmony and balance with this situation, okay? You're no longer chained and bound to whoever this person is or these people were in your life. You're healing. You are connected, I feel like, to your spiritual team. You're growing, you're blossoming. It's just so many beautiful things that's happening for you. And so you're not allowing anybody else's negative energy to stand in the way of you maintaining that balance. I feel like that has become a priority for you, is keeping your energy in alignment. And so along with that comes literally turning away from these people. No matter how long you've invested your time, your energy, you're just ready to forge ahead. So you also have here, yeah, the Four of Pentacles. You're releasing your energy from whatever this is, okay? You're letting it go. You're no longer holding tightly to it. Your heart is no longer in it, okay? You're able to see very clearly that whoever these people was, or this particular person was, they was not emotionally balanced. They was maybe emotionally manipulative. Whatever the situation is, I feel like it was multiple people, multiple situations that you found yourself having to turn away from in order to maintain this balance here, and to maintain your peace of mind and keeping your energy pure. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to clarify the Emperor in the reverse. Like I said, some of you are actually walking away from a marriage here. So you have the Page of Wands and the Moon. There was some sort of message that might have come in here. Something that you might have been in the dark about here, but you feel inspired as a result of it. Okay, I feel like whatever this message was, it wasn't something that caused you to feel sadness. It's something that actually made you feel like you have a new beginning, like this is an opportunity for a new beginning in your life. And so now it's that energy of taking a look at all of those things that you might have feared in your past and facing them head on. It's like you're starting to study yourself. Or I feel like you've already done this. You studied yourself, and if you haven't already done this, then this is the energy that you are moving into. Really going within and fearlessly checking out all of the details here. Maybe you're looking at what actually caused you to be surrounded by these different energies here that I'm seeing on the table. Selfishness, jealousy, insecurity, control issues, narcissism. There's so many different things that's out here. You're taking a look at this, and you're no longer afraid of going deep. So I feel like, yeah, this is something that you're very passionate about. Let me see. What's the Ace of Wands? Oh, okay. So the Ace of Wands is the Four of Wands and the Fool in reverse. So you have a new idea. You have a plan. Something that you're very excited about. The passion within you has been ignited in regards to whatever this is. You haven't taken the leap of faith towards it yet, because maybe there's something about your security, your stability with the Four of Wands here, but you're excited about it. Let me see. What is the Fool in reverse? Because that actually goes in alignment with just do it. The message that I kept hearing was just do it. You have the Fool in the upright is just doing it. Taking that leap of faith fearlessly, looking up, not being afraid, not looking down, but looking up, okay? And so you have this idea, something that's going to provide a lot of happiness, security, stability. You got so many wands coming out that it's clear that it's something that's going to bring that, ignite that flame and that spark within you again, okay? That youthfulness, that zeal, that passion, that excitement that you need to be able to get up and go and complete tasks, whatever this is, it feels good. And it's moving you towards something that's very stable and solid, something that is worth celebrating. But there is some hesitancy. Some of you all might be Aries. I keep seeing a lot in terms of Aries energy, or you might be surrounded by someone who is an Aries. I'm personally an Aries, okay? My birthday is coming up on April 7th, so, this is my season, especially the springtime. This is my time of the year where I start to feel really good because I can have some consistency in the weather and be out in the sunlight because that's what I enjoy. But either way, you're hesitating on making this decision. There could be some people around you that's trying to stop you from doing this with the Five of Swords here. Maybe that's why you're hesitating, because I feel like some people are secretly watching you to see what moves you're going to make with the Page of Wands and the Moon here. It's like they're watching you behind the scenes. They're watching you behind the scenes. What is the Fool in reverse? You're turning away from this type of energy though, but they're still very curious to know what moves you're going to make. And so I think, okay, didn't I mention, I kept hearing move in silence. Okay, whatever you do, do it in silence. So that's what it is. You're going to have to be very incognito when it comes to the decisions that you're getting ready to make. Whatever this is that you're getting ready to embark on, that you're feeling excited about, whether it's a new creative endeavor that you're working on, or you might be learning something new, or whatever the case may be, you're going to have to move in silence. Okay, we got the Eight of Cups here, which is walking away from the past and moving towards your Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment and happiness. And so you see that this is happening in the dark, and the moon is up here. So that indicates moving in silence, literally moving in silence. Yes, closing out old cycles is what I'm seeing here. So let me finish clarifying what the Fool in reverse is. What's stopping you? What is the hesitancy right now? Because the Fool card is the card of Aries, and so being that we are in Aries season, even if you're not personally in Aries, it's just indicating that that energy, that excitement, that get up and go and being the leader. You know, Aries is that leadership energy. Okay, what's clarifying the Fool is the Ace of Swords, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Strength card in the reverse. So it could be that you're hesitating doing this because there might be some form of communication that you need to express, some sort of truth that needs to be expressed. And you might not have built up the courage in order to do this just yet. Okay, with the Strength being in reverse, you might not feel like you're strong enough to do it. You're courageous enough to do it. What is this Ace of Swords? What is this truth or this communication here? You might have to communicate with somebody here. Whatever this is, it was destined. Okay, it's destiny. So whatever this Ace of Swords is, if there's some sort of communication that you have gained, some sort of truth and clarity that you have gained, maybe whatever this is, it has you kind of lingering, you know, taking this jump, but at the same time you're excited about it and you're looking forward to it. You're looking forward to moving ahead, but you're kind of keeping yourself stuck. And it's almost like you're going to sit back and allow destiny to work out how this is going to play out rather than taking the initiative. But I feel like you're being called to take the initiative because it is divinely guided for you to do this with the Wheel of Fortune here. This was mapped out in the stars. It was planned like this. The Most High actually orchestrated this whole thing to work out in the exact way that it's happening. But it's going to take for you to have more than just the faith. You're going to need to have the works along with the faith. And I feel like the works is you no longer being afraid, taking your power back and just jumping. Because you know that this was destined, okay? You know that this was destined. You've already gained the truth about it, okay? You see things very clearly. But I feel like even though you've turned away from these outside energies, they still have somewhat of an influence on your forward movement. And so really diving deep and getting to the bottom of where your fears lie at this time, where you're just kind of hesitant, maybe fearful of change. It could be an issue of being afraid of the change. You know, you're excited about the change. You want the change. You've been wanting the change because the type of people that you was around, if this was a relationship, Queen of Cups is in a reverse. King of Cups has already come out in the reverse. So if you was in a relationship, obviously the love was no longer there. Emotional, you know, it was nothing there emotionally between the two of you. And so if you're walking away from a person, whatever it is that you're walking away from, whoever, whatever, you already knew that that time was up. And that whatever that situation was, it had already played out whatever role it was supposed to have in your life. And so destiny has brought in some clarity to you. It was destined in a divine timing for you to receive this information. And so now you got two aces coming out, which indicates you're moving towards a new beginning. This is your opportunity to take advantage of this new beginning here. So what is the Wheel of Fortune? Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is showing me with the Four of Swords in reverse. We already saw this earlier. It's time for you to get up. no longer staying stuck. It's time to get up and to move forward, forge ahead. Don't, I feel like the message here is really to go ahead and take action. You've been given the signal, the signs, and I feel like the synchronicities are there to show you like it's time. Come on now, you're being ushered in towards this new beginning. You have everything that you need. The only thing that's lacking at this point is you getting them feet moving, whatever that looks like for you. So take the leap, and everything else is going to be laid out for you because it was divinely guided and destined for this to happen. Look at this. The Empress just wants to keep coming out. So we got the Empress here. Then we have the King of Wands in the reverse. This could very well be because we already had the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So this King of Wands in reverse could literally be walking away from a Queen of Wands in reverse. Somebody who was very spiteful in their energy. There's no more passion, no more excitement there. Look at this, the Seven of Wands here. Somebody is having to stand their ground against a past connection for some of you. You've already made up in your mind that it's over. You understand why you need to walk away from this energy, but energetically there's something that they have placed in front of you that's keeping you from moving towards this Empress, whether it is a male or a female or a new position, a new creative endeavor. Whatever this Empress is there's someone that wants to block you from getting to this person. And I feel like there's something also in terms of confidence that's lacking here. That's why the Strength card is coming out in the reverse as well. Somebody is lacking in their confidence in order to move towards this Empress energy or to take action. This is all about action. And so if there's an idea that you have that you want to move in on, just know that it's going to be very abundant, very fruitful. It's going to be infinitely giving. Okay. You're going to always have more than enough, whether it's of love, happiness, peace, abundance, material stability, security. It's just beautiful. Okay. And somebody is very, very jealous. This is, for some of you, I mean, I'm picking up a strong energy that this is a person who's walking away from a really toxic relationship, a karmic partnership, potentially a marriage, but it doesn't have to be. But whatever this is, this person is done. Okay. And I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but it's just like, it couldn't be more clear what's happening here. And there's a beautiful opportunity that's being presented, that needs to be embraced at this time. So, Queen of Cups in the reverse, Three of Cups in the reverse, Page of Cups. This is a lot of water sign energy. Water, a lot of emotions here surrounding this. I feel like somebody might have been emotionally codependent on this relationship or on whatever this is. Maybe some sort of emotional codependency on past friendships. If this is friends that you had to walk away from. Because I see a lot of people here that's trying to get in the way of you taking action towards this new venture, new person, whatever it is. You place the category where it belongs. But somebody is, I feel like you're trying to maybe, some of you might be trying to soothe the emotions of that person who might be emotionally codependent on you, that does not want to see you move, progress ahead. There's multiple people here, though. It could be siblings. It can be a mother figure. For some of you, it's an overbearing father figure who is not wanting to see you forge ahead. And they might be misusing their position of authority in your life because they know that you respect them. You respect what they have to say. But this is a decision that has to be made by you and you alone. Ten of Pentacles deals with family, and then we have the Justice card coming out. And so this is in the upright. Okay, so I feel like the scales are being balanced for you in a way where abundance in all things, like that generational wealth, that happiness, that security, that loyalty. Everything is here to balance. You know, if there was unjustified things that happened to you in your past, the sword of truth is here to cut out all of the things from the past. You see things very clearly, okay? The sword is right here and the sword is right here. You see things very clearly and you're moving towards your success. I feel like this is a win-win outcome right here. You can't lose. The only way that you would lose is if you look back. You're being called to forge ahead. The only way that you could lose is if you look down. Okay? The only way you could lose is if you look down. You're being called to look up. So look forward and up. When you take that jump, look up. When you're making those moves to forge ahead, keep your eyes on the vision. Don't look back, because looking back would be satisfying all of these energies that you're having to walk away from, who know that you've been called to do something different, but they're not ready for it because they was codependent on your energy. Some of them was codependent on your money. Some of them was codependent on just the power that you naturally possess because of who you are. They didn't want you to see your own strength here. They wanted you to always feel weakened, like you had to it was like you had to pull back or hold back on how powerful you was around these people in order to make them feel better about themselves. Okay? So the strength card is in the reverse. I feel like you're leaving that energy behind. So let me just pull a couple more from this deck, and then I'm going to pull from a different deck. I want to see what the Page of Swords and the Moon is. That's what I was getting ready to say. Somebody wants to keep you very, very much so in an illusion. I feel like whoever this is a very immature energy. It doesn't have to be a child, but they act like a child. You know, this is someone who does a lot of manipulative things in the dark, and they're definitely watching you behind the scenes. Whoever this person is, they wanted you to stay in an illusion. They wanted you to stay clouded so that you're not able to see clearly how to create your own independence. They wanted you to remain codependent on their energy. And so with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, they never wanted to see you flourish and become the greatest version of yourself and to feel good about just being independent and doing your own thing. I feel like they also even blocked you from communicating. Something about your throat chakra was blocked because they never really listened. It's like they did more of dictating and kind of, trying to tell you how to live your life and what moves you should make. And for a time, you actually was up underneath this person's power, their stronghold. But now you're starting to see very clearly. This fog has been cleared from your eyes. Okay? But this person wanted you to stay up underneath some sort of illusion. They wanted you to stay up underneath some sort of illusion. They wanted you to stay in the dark about something and to always be confused about what your destiny is and what you was placed here to do. Or maybe even you also have some people here who wanted to see you just being in a player energy. If this is dealing with relationships, you might have some people who wanted to see you just always confused and kind of trying to pick and choose which direction to go in. But if it's not that, it's also an energy of now you have this spark, now you have this passion and this excitement. You have some sort of new idea that you're passionate about. And they wanted you to be confused about what your career path would look like, what your purpose was. Just always trying to figure it out. Okay, should I take this? Should I go this way? Should I go that way? But never really being able to carry anything out through to its fullest into fruition. Okay. So you might have started tasks, but you might not have been able to complete them. And it's largely because you had a lot of people surrounding you who was inserting too much of their opinions on your life. But these are people who lack passion, they lack zeal, they lack forward movement, they lack happiness, okay? They themselves have not been able to find their own direction. And so they found power in directing you, okay? So let me pull one more from this deck, and then I'm going to see what else is coming out from my other deck. Just jump. Go ahead and do it. Look at this, y'all. The Tower is here. and the death card right behind the tower. So this is utter destruction. It's over with. You know that that foundation was weak because it wasn't built on a solid foundation, okay? And you had people around you who was very dangerous to your forward movement. People who gave themselves who crowned themselves without even having, it's like they put themselves on a pedestal without doing the work to actually earn that position. And this is why things have come crumbling down, and the top has blown off of this thing. You see everything very clearly. The death card is here to indicate that it's over with. What's peeking out? The Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This could have been people that you worked with. This could have been friendships that you had. Whoever it is that you called yourself building with, they was never really willing to build with you. It was always a one-sided thing, okay? And so the death is here and the tower is here to show that it is done, okay? This is over. It's time for you to focus in on, perfecting your craft, perfecting your gifts, okay? Putting your energy and your emphasis on those things that make you happy, that bring peace and excitement, and you're healing your inner child. And I feel like some of you might be reconnecting with someone who's like a soulmate energy, if this is a relationship. Whether it's your soulmate or someone from your past, but I do see something beautiful that's coming out of this energy. So where there's chaos, there's always change. And so the death card brings in transformation, okay? So where there's deaths, there's new beginnings, okay? Where there's a tower moment, there's an opportunity to rebuild and to create a new structure that's going to be solid this time, not ready to crumble. As soon as as soon as you begin the building process, there's nothing about it that's stable. This has to come down. And so this is the time now. So this is why you're having all of these revelations and all of these changes are happening for you. You're ready to forge ahead. And so not everybody is going to be happy about that, but it's not about them. You've done enough to try to keep them happy. There's no way to do that. You can't make anybody else happy. They have to do that for themselves. And so it takes healing for them to get there. And I feel like a lot of these people, because they lack a spiritual connection in terms of understanding themselves and understanding life from a spiritual perspective, happiness is not really, it's far away for them because they refuse to do the work, okay? They have no divine connection to nature. Experiencing is coming out in the reverse. They don't understand, the importance of what nature does, and understanding that all things are connected. They have a really strong separation here. So definitely root chakra is compromised for them. And so these are people who have constantly stayed in survival mode. They're comfortable with being in survival mode because they think that that's how you prove yourself in life. Work hard, play hard, but it's not like they out here, celebrating with the right types of people. I feel like these are people who, they hang with the type of crowd that's very low vibrational in energy because they themselves are in that energy. And so for them, going outside means getting drunk, turning up, getting high, maybe having sex with multiple partners, getting into a few arguments, having a few fights, just drama. That's what I'm seeing here. They have no connection. And so you had to turn away from that type of energy here because you're growing, flowering, you're growing. You know who you are. Rebirth. You're a totally new person. After that death comes the rebirth. And this is where you're at right now. And so this is why you had to create that protective barrier around yourself so that you could stay balanced. Masculine and feminine energy, the yin and the yang. That's with the hair up there, the black and the white. And so you are doing what's necessary to create this foundation for yourself and to maintain your security and your stability. A lot of growth is happening for you. And so there's people who are feeling isolated. They're feeling left out in the cold. They're feeling abandoned. But this is healthy for them because now it allows them to face those walls that they built around themselves, that inauthentic nature that they have built around themselves. And so, they're in isolation because they're missing your energy. But don't allow that to be what stops you from moving towards your happiness, because you set an example for them to show them that, allow yourself to grow, allow the changes to take place. Stop trying to stay in this low vibrational energy, and you keep getting these hard hits, these lessons that keep coming in over and over again to tell you like, look, This is the wrong way. You're going down the wrong way. But they get so comfortable with the pain and the drama. They become codependent on drama. And so the only type of people that they can actually work, that they can actually mesh with is people that stay in drama. And the moment you have somebody come around that's balanced, that's healed, that's high vibrational, then that's the type of person that they want to talk about. That's the type of person that they want to laugh at. That's the type of person that they want to try to throw stones at and hide their hands. But the fact of the matter is, you're different. Okay? You've always been different, but even more so in your awakening now, you're definitely not on the same level as them. You're way up here, they're way down there. There's no way that the two of you, or that you and these people, or this old structure, this old work situation, career path, whatever it is, you don't mesh anymore. It's like oil and water. It's just not mixing. And so don't try to make it fit. Continue to be you and be comfortable with being authentically you. So that these people can learn the importance of becoming them, the most authentic version of themselves. You have seeing beyond the illusion. So you have the dream here and beyond the illusion. I feel like at one point you might have been in an illusion, constantly dreaming. And, it's like you had a certain perception of what life was, or at least you was creating an illusion for yourself of what your life situation was at the time, but the reality of it was different from what you wanted it to be. And so now you're seeing beyond that illusion. You're seeing that part where it was just a dream, a fantasy, something that you desired, but now you're stepping out of that, and it's like you're closing your natural eyes and you're starting to see with your spiritual eyes. You're starting to see this thing from a higher perspective, and you're starting to really see things. You're starting to try people by their spirit. See past the flesh, see past the materialism. So laziness is coming out in the reverse. You're no longer just sitting around getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, because this person has glass all around them. It was a dangerous situation. I feel it was dangerous for your spiritual growth, your mental health, your physical health. You might have been eating unhealthy, and just doing drinking, over drinking for some of you, just doing things that just wasn't things that was actually going to help you to grow. It was things that would be taking you backwards to, bad health, and just being in this energy of laziness and getting too comfortable in uncomfortable situations. You're coming up out of that. That cycle is closed out. The number 9 is here. Number 10 is here for rebirth. It's a new beginning now. So you're being called to jump. You see all of these things very clearly. You have the rebel here. This came out in the reverse. Go within to get your answer so that you can be bold enough to break this chain. Okay? Because you're ready to do it. It's just something about, I don't know. What is stopping you? What is stopping you? You see things very clearly. You're passionate and you're excited about this new beginning. Let me just see. What's stopping you? What's stopping you from taking this leap of faith here? Oh, you're concerned about success. You're concerned as to whether or not you're going to be successful in this pursuit. You're concerned that if you take this leap of faith, is that gate going to be open when you get there? If you take that jump to go towards whatever it is that you want to forge ahead towards, is access going to be denied to you? This is taking you, what's stopping you is something in your childhood. It goes back to the root where you felt like access was denied. Maybe there's some things, some pursuits that you might have tried in childhood or even coming into adulthood where the door was closed. And it's only because the door was not supposed to be open at that time, because you had not grown enough, you had not healed enough, you had not opened your spiritual eyes enough to see beyond the illusion, and so you wasn't ready. You wasn't mature enough to gain access to the gate, to the other side of whatever this is. But now, the lock here is actually is open, but this child has not gained the understanding of how to maneuver this and to gain access here. But access has never been denied to you. It was just a matter of, are you ready for it? So this is the prime opportunity, because this card was in the reverse. the outsider. You're concerned about whether or not you're going to be successful. Yes, you are. Access, you will gain access here. You will. Okay, because this card was in the reverse. So whatever this is that you're being called to be the rebel in, the rebel is somebody who is doesn't care about what nobody else thinks. It's like, I don't care what you think. I have my torch and I will set you on fire if you get in my way. I'm building up the courage and the confidence and the power and the strength to break myself free of this caged in perception that you had of me, trying to keep me in locks and chains, okay, up underneath your power, your so-called power and authority. I'm breaking myself free and I'm going to be the rebel and I'm going to do exactly what my spirit has been guiding me to do. Because see, they wanted to keep you stuck. But you're not to be held down by anyone because you are a lion that was sitting amongst a bunch of sheep. And so, because you've never been like them, you've always been different, the black sheep of the family, potentially, it was destined for you to go in a different direction and to leave them behind. You don't fit. You're not the same. You have letting go coming out. This came out in the reverse. You're still needing to let go. So, it could be that you might have actually already turned away from the people, but you haven't turned away from the conditioning, the mindset that says you're just like us. You go out there and you try to do that, you try to pursue that new endeavor. Trust and believe you're going to be right back here with us because you're not no different from us. That's what they want you to think. That's the perception that they wanted you to have because they benefited from your energy. They benefited from your presence in their life. They was protected because of you. Because you best believe no other animal was going to come into this circle as long as this lion was sitting up here not knowing that he was a lion. But all the sheep around, they knew this was a lion because they purposely and maliciously chained you down so that you would not awaken to who you was. They always knew who you were. And they benefited from your energy. But now, there's a fear of letting go. This could be emotionally setting yourself free from any ideas that says I won't be able to be successful. When I take this jump, there's a chance that I'm going to fall flat on my face and I'm going to have to go back to these people, and they're just going to laugh at me. They're going to see me as a joke. No, this is destined. You're being called to jump. Just do it and do it in silence. Don't tell nobody nothing because that's what they want. They want you to be codependent on their approval. To hell with their approval. This is about you and your destiny. Okay? So let me see. Yeah, look at this. The miser. They need to hold on to you. They need to keep you very close to them because this is somebody, you might have one person or multiple people who are very, very selfish. They want it all. They are not giving. They're very bitter. They're very jealous. They're very spiteful. I mean, it's so bad that it's showing in their physical appearance. They're just ugly. They don't even smile. They frown so much that their face is starting to have it's just starting to be a permanent frown on their face. This person they've been taken from you for too long. Okay? It's now time for you to release yourself from this person or these people and now give to yourself because you deserve it. This is your birthright. This is your inheritance. This is your freedom that's on the line here. No more are you going to be trapped. You are now free. Are you going to allow yourself to take this leap of faith because the opportunity is presenting itself now? So let me just see what else comes out from this deck, and I'm going to close out, y'all. You have here inner peace. This is what you're heading towards, inner peace. Okay? So if you find yourself in this position, and then there's two fish here. So some of you might be moving towards a connection that allows you to really stay balanced, and really have that peace of mind that you didn't have in the past. I see a very deep connection. One that is very emotionally, but it's good emotions. It's like, because you see, memories of love is here at the bottom of the deck. So it's good emotions that you would have with this person. Like, you're going to feel like this is your soulmate. As a matter of fact, you're going to recognize them as being just that. And if it's not a person, you're going to recognize that this, whatever it is that you're getting ready to embark on, you're going to be in so much peace. You're finally going to be balanced here. And you're going to be able to create beautiful memories now. Not a whole bunch of bad memories that you got to go back and try to clean things up again and try to heal yourself all over again. You have here stand your ground. So, like I told you, there's going to be people in opposition to you making this decision and moving ahead, but that's their problem because you're going to stand your ground. You're going to do what's necessary to protect yourself because you're protected anyway, but you're being called to stand your ground and to protect your peace, is what I'm hearing. Protect your peace. You got a lot of number sixes coming out as well. So look at this, foundations and achievements. This is all about you creating that home, that security, that stability. This is the Four of Wands again. So this is that energy of that solid foundation. The rainbow is up there to show you that you are protected. So when you stand your ground and when you take this leap of faith, yes, the doors with the access is not going to be denied. It's going to be open and available for you because it was destined for you to create this. This is solid right here. And it's not just about the material, it's about the solid foundation that you have with partnerships, which are the family that you create for yourself, your soul tribe, your true family. This is going to be a beautiful thing. This is something beautiful that you're moving towards right here. Push through any insecurity is what that says right there. Push through any insecurity. So addressing those emotions, because I feel like that's what's stopping you. Insecurity. Not necessarily somebody else having control over you anymore, because I don't feel like you really care about what they think. It's more so you holding yourself back out of fear of not being successful. So push through that insecurity, address it, write it down. I release all insecurities. I release and destroy all insecurities, fear of lack, fear of self-sabotage. I release whatever comes to you in spirit and in flesh, and you burn it. Set it off out there. Let it go, because it's time for you to jump. You have here lighten up. Lighten up. You got to lighten up your energy. So that's a large part of releasing. And whatever it is that she's holding in her hand, it looks like something, some sort of flame. I don't know what it is, but, I was just speaking on writing things down and burning them, giving it up to the universe. It's no longer your energy. It's no longer something that you need to hold on to, but you want to lighten up. So lighten up means releasing all of that heavy energy. So fear is heavy. Insecurity is heavy. Just any emotion that is blocking you from moving forward towards your destiny is heavy. And it'll only get heavier if you continue to hold on to it. So address it, release it, and move ahead. So when you're in this energy of being lighter, then when you take that leap of faith, you're not going to fall flat on your face. You're going to fall exactly where you're supposed to land, and you're going to land softly. But if you're taking this leap and you're fearful and you have all of this energy of it's not going to work, and when I get over there I'm not going to be successful, and what if this and what if that, but all of the what ifs are just negative things, negative outcomes, then you're not ready to jump. First, lighten up. Rid yourself of this energy first. So let's see. Prosperity lies ahead. Hello. Prosperity lies ahead. You will be successful. Prosperity in all ways is available to you. That's the new moon in Taurus. So Taurus deals with that energy of that foundation, abundance, okay? You are moving towards prosperity. So take this jump. You're not going to take losses. You've been taking losses. Taking this leap of faith is actually going to be your harvest that you've planted the seeds towards. You've been planting the seeds and praying for change and praying for that security and that stability. This is where you're going to find it, on the other side of that cliff that you need to jump up off of now. Look at this. Show the world the real you. You've been hiding behind a mask because you was around so many people that, look, show the world the real you. You didn't even know who the real you was for a long time because these people had you fooled into thinking that you was just like them. But you know that you are not. You always felt in your heart that you was different, but you just couldn't put your finger on it because you had so many things that was happening to keep you distracted. So many painful events and karmic cycles that had to play themselves out that kept you distracted from seeing the truth. But now we're in the age of Aquarius. You can't avoid the truth. Everything that's hidden has to be brought to light. And I thank the Most High for this time, because even myself personally, I've been able to come into some revelations that it took me 20 years to gain the answers to. And it's just a blessing to not be in the dark about certain things, you know. So I feel very light and very free because of that. And so my hope for you all is that you'll be able to finally accomplish just being, you know, finding your tribe, because this was not it. You are different. And you are, not only are you different, but you are the king and the queen of the jungle, okay? You have power and authority in the spiritual realm and in the physical realm. And so show the world the real you. Strip bare and be who you was naturally created to be, because these people that you were surrounded by, they didn't even know who the hell they was. You was sitting up here trying to fit in with them, trying to fit in with a bunch of people that don't even know who they are. The only thing that they had in common was drama, was wearing a false mask, was backstabbing one another, betraying one another, and trying to keep you from seeing who you are. That's what they had in common. But now you take your power back. So let me just pull. I'm going to take out two more, and then we're just going to go ahead and close out. Um, so let's see. We have here purification and release your blocks. So you see that it's so much that's coming out, these synchronicities in regards to releasing. Release your blocks. You know what's blocking you, because this is internal now. These other people don't have control over you and your forward movement. But now whatever's stopping you is internal. So release those blockages. Burn and release, like I mentioned to you all. And then purification. Purifying your vessel. Cleanse yourself. You might want to take a salt bath. You know, take a salt bath, especially if you're coming out of a relationship where the energy was just toxic as hell. You was with somebody that was just, you know, they would go by any means necessary, doing things in the dark to try to manipulate your energy. Some of them was doing spell work, dark magic, sending, you know, blockages your way so that you would never release yourself from them. Whatever the case may be, take you a salt bath. Go on a fast. Do you like a 3-day fast, a 7-day fast, whatever you feel called to do? Purify your vessel, okay? Because this yellow flower deals with confidence. That's the solar plexus energy. And the solar plexus is about being confident. When it's in alignment, you're able to understand how powerful you are. You're confident, you're courageous, you're bold, okay? You understand the strength that you possess. And so when you purify your vessel, you'll be releasing yourself of all of that energy. If you need to cry and release tears, do that, because that's also purifying your vessel and cleansing and allowing you to be lighter in your energy. So that's what I'm seeing here for you all. I love you. And, you know, I'm happy for you all that do decide to take this leap of faith. You know, we need all of us to come into alignment with ourselves and to move towards our divine purpose, our divine partnerships, because this is what balances out the energy in the universe. This is what brings change. What brings change when you become the rebel and you do what you was called to do and not what other people are trying to get you to do. So take the road less traveled. You will land softly and exactly where you need to be, and prosperity is lies ahead for you. So I love you, and I'll talk to you all next time.